Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tales from the Yawning Portal, where a bunch of nerdy-ass guys stare at the camera and play Dungeons and Dragons. Something important I have to say, we're not affiliated with, endorsed, paid, or whatever, by Wizard of the Coast. We just like their game, and we play it. We're just a little bit late. I'm sure the two of you watching us won't mind. And who do we have tonight? We have me, Fausto. I will be your DM for tonight. Then we have Kevin. Kevin.
I don't hear you, Kevin.
Kevin has himself muted.
Kevin.
Good evening! Haha, here are the Fumbles from the Fumble fame. Tonight I will be playing Yinken again, who is the Circle of Dreams Wood Elf.
And then we have Stan.
And I'll be playing Tarlin tonight, a Drow Warlock.
And we have Eric.
Hey, I'm playing Alexander, our resident high elf, who's a little bit racist, but for the good reasons.
Alright, for the good reasons. Okay, very well. So tonight we do not have Ben, who is still in Australia enjoying his holidays, running away from the coronavirus. And we do not have our good friend Yorit, who is taking care of his little boy, because tonight he has to babysit. That's also what you need to do when you decide to have kids. So we have...
Or just be a dad.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I should also do that.
Yeah,
But
it's just gotta get the kids involved,
Yeah,
Hey,
you
can
know.
play this goblin over here,
I'm waiting until they are, streaming age. We'll put them online.
Streaming
They can,
age.
they can finally
Well,
pay for their
The kids I know don't need to play D&D to act like goblins.
Fun fact: there's actually an entire Twitter community around just being goblins.
It's all kids.
Of course there is.
Yes.
It's actually everyone from the range of 10 and up. It's ridiculously crazy. It's hilarious.
Very well, very well. So, where were we? Last we met, I believe we were on the plain of Arvandor, where you had sought an altar to Eilistrae, the dark elf goddess of all the things non-dark elf, of music, beauty, freedom, and the fight against Lolt, in fact. And you had performed some service for her, defending her shrine from the forces of Lolt, and she has rewarded you with her blessing, more specifically making Levarion her champion and gifting him with a wonderful magical armor made of mirrors.
Sparkly.
Yeah, sparkly. And this is where we actually left last time, with all the Dark Elves celebrating around you. That said, I would say that one of these Dark Elves, followers of Eilistrae, will approach all of you. Of course, noticing that Levarion is now the champion of her own goddess, and she will approach you and she will say, clearly your arrival in Arvandor is not just happenstance. Some greater destiny surrounds you. If you will accept, I would like to bring you to our city, the city of the elves of Arvandor. It is not too far from here. There you will be able to rest from this battle and maybe reacquaint yourself with what it really means to be an elf.
Sounds all fine and dandy, but are you sure that these might be the only people looking to encroach?
I believe you have dealt a heavy blow to the forces of darkness just now. It will be some time before they can once again gather up and attack us. Especially here in Arvandor, it is not an easy thing for them to reach the realm of the elven gods of the light. This is something that they must have planned for a long time.
Well, let's hope they don't have any secret encampments. Or if they do, we find them. Yeah, I said we go to the city. Doesn't bother me, no.
It will be an honor to have you as guests. And then you can confer with our elders and tell them of the great, how shall I say, battle that you have won. And you see that they have no problem also inviting Tarlin, who is a pure dark elf there. Some of them are dark elves, and they do not just presume that every dark elf is evil just because of the color of his skin. Clearly, they are wrong with Tarlin, but little did they know.
The lack
well,
of prejudice is amazing. I love it.
At least he doesn't follow Lolt.
At least he doesn't follow us exactly. And so, yes, they will guide you to their city. Clearly, when an elf talks about a city, he has probably a different idea in mind than what you have seen in the Forgotten Realms. Then again, you come from Sigil, so you have had your share of weird places. But when you approach their city, it is something that indeed you have never seen before. Okay, just as a scale reference, you can look down at the down left, where you see what a colossal red dragon would look like.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, down in the left, and
Mhm.
this is so you see these gigantic trees, and on the trees, on the branches of the trees, grows this city of the elves. As they approach, when the city comes into view, they look at it and at you, and they say, "Welcome to Trevanthal, our sanctuary here on Arvandor."
Alexander lets out like one of those long, like interested whistles, like looky there. Now, I assume you have this thing like covered in something to not let it burn down if lightning strikes or anything? Lightning does happen here, right?
We are in the realm of the gods of the Seldarine. We are protected by their very existence. We live in complete harmony with nature. Lightning would never struck us down. Also, it will never be able to strike such a gigantic tree down or set it on fire. No, we live in complete balance.
There would have to be some really gigantic lightning as well.
Mhm.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, I'm just saying. Balance can
And
be messed up. I'm just worried is all. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Sorry. I'm paranoid.
she says, this is not the place to be worried or paranoid. This is Trevantal, where elves of goodwill find solace and rest and respite.
Hmm.
Forget your worries while you are in Trevantal, for this is a plane of moonlight, sunlight, elven songs, and peace.
Right. Alexander actually like fastens the shield on his backpack a little bit tighter. He's like, case. A little bit harder for that dagger that's incoming.
You don't trust anything, Alexander.
I trust some
I,
things.
I have never seen a more beautiful place than this.
The dark elven woman looks at you, Yinkan, and she says, "Thank you for your kind words, oh, a wise one. I do feel that there is a special connection between you and this place, as if you always belonged here. Tell me, where do you come from?"
I am not exactly sure where I come from. I have been spending a lot of time in the Feywild before I ended up in Sigil for some reason.
The Feywild, you say?
Yes.
Well, then you are back home, my friend. The Feywild is just a different name for what we call Arborea, the realm of the fairies, and indeed the Seldarin. See, and while she's telling you this, she brings you to this lift where another few light elves, in this case, are waiting you to activate the lift. She says, the realm of Arborea is infinite, like all the outer planes, like all the realms where the gods exist. We are in a realm of, how shall I put it, of belief. And many minds have created the Feywild as a fairy parallel of their own belief of Arborea. I do not want to bore you with too many details about the cosmology of the planes, but what I feel is true. Somehow you are back home in a realm not only of fairy light, but also of dreams. And I can see that we have just been raided. So greetings to everyone here. Welcome, and I hope
Hey,
you can enjoy your stay.
welcome, my guys.
Welcome to Arborea, the realm of the elves. Um, well, that said, the this dark elven woman, who actually goes by the name of Caris. She keeps accompanying you to the guest level here of the elven city, and several other elves are there. It seems that everyone here either knows each other, even though this is a gigantic place, or at least is friendly with each other. And when Caris tells that you are here visiting and that you have performed a great service for her goddess Alis Tree, everybody already looks you with some kind of natural feeling of friendship and community. And actually, they do not really bring you to any sort of tavern or guide you to an inn, but they make sure that you have some kind of house where you can stay.
Oh,
Yes,
that is most
actually,
kind.
actually, a few of them ask if they could have the honor to uh, that you may be their guests in their own house. If you, unless you prefer privacy and you prefer to be in a house
I
by
will
yourself.
take them up on that offer. I would love to stay with someone.
Okay, very well. Would you like to all stay together, or?
I will stay with the biggest guy who looks like he could sneak the less.
Well, clearly they are. I mean, if they will guess, they will guess together. So, like, one family will want to have you. It's not like three different families will want to host you, but so that you don't have to be separated. But they will respect your need for privacy if that's what you want.
I'll join.
Very well. Then indeed you will be hosted in some kind of wonderful open air villa that seems to be growing directly from the bark of this gigantic tree. Um, and um, and the elves, once again, they do not seem to see anything wrong in the coloration of Tallinn. You see there are other dark elves here that live in harmony with the light elves, and nothing seems out of place to them. Once you're there, you will be, of course, offered foods and drinks. Since you're coming from a fight, you will also be offered a bath if that's what you need. You see that there are
All
this
of it.
kind of, yes.
Bring me it all.
Very well. You see that there is this kind of place in the house where there is this bath that is made from the roots of a tree, and there is natural fresh water just filling this natural basin that the roots of the trees have created. Um, and the elves are more than welcome to, let you take your rest while you eat, you drink, and idyllic elven songs and harps play all around you.
During this whole exchange, Alexander is probably, while trying to keep like the straightest like poker face he can, like this is all normal, this is casual like high elven stuff, no big deal. Everybody like who travels with him can probably tell he's kind of like confused by the grandiose nature as it is. Because, like, he's seen Zadara's place, and it's like, yeah, that's kind of expected, but these are elves, and that seems to be the part that doesn't quite click.
Very well. Yes, maybe you're not that used to all this kindness in a way, but you are in elven heaven actually, so that's probably to be expected.
Hey, Yinkin,
Yeah.
they were talking about fairies and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Aren't they tricky
Why?
little bastards, like schemers?
Some can be. Not all of them are.
Like,
You just
how
have
would
to
you...
know.
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. You just have to know which one you're dealing with.
Right, so if you had to, like, put a ratio on it, how many of them are schemers to non-schemers? Oh, no.
Hmm. It depends on what area we are in.
Fair enough, alright. With that, Alexander calms down a little bit. He doesn't seem as tense.
We could give him all the same treatment as those Fae in that temple.
Like, I ain't looking for a reason to advocate for murder or anything. I'm just trying to find a way to put my mind at rest here. They just seem a little too, forgiving. Not forgiving, trusting?
Yeah, but this is like the place where good elves come to die, so figure at this point they trust everyone because they're dead already anyway.
But not to sound like super, racist, but Dark Elves are kind of known for their scheming, backstabbing, poisoning, and all manners of untrustworthy nature.
Hmm.
Yeah, we do our best.
That's my point exactly.
Uh-oh.
And the fact they just accept them so willingly, I guess, is the part that's getting me. Especially after we just learned the Dark Elves are a little bit aligned with our not so gracious friend.
Well, the goddess we just defended was a dark elf as well. I mean,
Yes.
there are naive people in every family.
I guess I'm just worried. I don't want to drink one of these cups and go down to some poison. Doesn't feel like a right way to go. Not for an archer like me, at least. He gives that kind of like nervous chuckle of someone who's just trying to keep himself like calm. Maybe I'm just overthinking things.
Yeah,
Well,
probably.
while you are having your rest, you see that Caris comes back, and she actually, now that you're a bit more relaxed, she sits at the side of this natural basin, and she goes like, "Please tell me, what brought you to this place? How did you know that we were in need?"
You want the practical answer or a more grandiose one?
She says, "I want the truth."
Well, we talked to some priests because, well, I'm not very in touch with my elven heritage. I was looking to get back in touch, and he told us about this place. Apparently, he's good friends with the champion.
Good friend to the champion.
Or, well, at least our champion got a lot of pamphlets from him and is in
Oh yes, she
good
looks at
graces.
Levarion, who kind of taking a back seat right now, and she was like, "So you just decided to follow him in this, or do you seek something?"
Well, I'm just seeing what being an alpha means at this point. I'm just along for the ride, really.
And what does it mean to you?
That's what I'm here to figure out.
I see. She
I ain't
says,
got a clue.
"I do not know if someone can tell you what being an elf means. I think you need to have your own idea of what it means to you to be an elf. Clearly, there are some things that are instinctual for us, basic for us. The connection with nature, uh, recognizing beauty when we see it, our natural desire to do good, to protect those that cannot protect themselves.
Hmm.
But many have strayed far from the teachings of Corellon. Then again, are they less elves because of this? I do not know. To be an elf, to me, it means to show others that beauty can be found everywhere. So,
It's
Alexander, what does it mean to you to be an elf?
oh, kind of like scratches the stubble that's kind of starting to form on his cheek because he hasn't really like had time to properly shave.
I think elves don't grow beards, though.
Eh, he drank one too many dwarven ales.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, you wear one too many belt of dwarven kind.
And, while Brock wasn't looking or something else trying on his belt, it's like, the hell? Started growing a little bit of stubble.
Uh-huh.
Couldn't get it on fully, that's why I don't have like a full beard.
No,
um, quite honestly, it just means that I'm alive, I live a long time, and quite frankly, I just like to drink and party.
I see.
That doesn't sound like the right answer, though.
She says, I don't think that there is a right answer. But if you do seek more wisdom on this, maybe once you're fully rested, you should come and visit uh, the Life Warden Spire. That's where the wisest among us gather. Maybe
Life
they can
Warden.
have
Ain't that a title?
Life Warden. Well, it's more of a. It's what we call the tower where the wise ones, the more, should I say, philosophically inclined ones among us gather to discuss eternity, philosophy, uh, the meaning of what it is to be blessed by the Sildarine.
I did not expect that to be the job description, but might as well go check them out.
If you are willing to learn, maybe there you could find some answers.
Perhaps.
And then she looks at actually also at Tali and Yinka, and she says, "What are you looking for in this trip of yours?"
I'm looking for many things, but it was coincidence that brought me here. Well, coincidence and accompanying a companion.
You're a bit falling, Tallinn. Like I don't hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. Nothing specific brought me to this place, but I was accompanying a friend.
I see. And what about you, Yinkan?
I think the winds of change are what brought me here. Um, I'm also still looking for my mentor. He left many years ago, and he told me to find him.
I see. Was he on a quest of some sort?
You could say that. The last thing I know about him is he died somewhere,
He died?
and he should have resurrected, or maybe reincarnated, more to say.
Or maybe he's here. Was he a follower of the Seldarin?
He was.
Why are you so sure that he was resurrected?
I can't be sure, but it's a feeling I have. I can't shake it.
I see.
If he
Well,
got reincarnated, you don't think we didn't accidentally kill him again, did we?
Oh, I hope not.
Like,
what are the odds?
we killed a lot. When did he die? Doesn't reincarnation. How old would he be if he reincarnated?
Not that old.
Okay, so it's very I don't think any of us have been
He
murdering
wouldn't be that
children.
old. I 50 years?
All right, we might have murdered him.
No. Well, who knows? Maybe he reincarnated as a rat and already died a few more times.
Well, let's hope he didn't reincarnate as a
See that
dark elf.
Caris looks at you and she says, I find your good spirit very refreshing. I think you will fit right in here. You can make light of even the most important topics. That is something that I appreciate.
Hey, look, I just don't want to be the guy known as the guy who murdered his friend's mentor, who I don't want to be stuck with that title of that guy. All right.
I believe
It's okay. Reincarnation happens all the time.
I believe that if the connection between Yinkan and mentor or her mentor, their mentor, is it's so profound, then you will recognize him when you meet him.
Let's hope
I
he's not a
probably
moth.
would.
Let's really hope he's not a moth.
A moth?
Like, let's hope you don't just see that bug that's flittering around and he's like, you notice it's the mentor, and then we accidentally like smash it. That'd be really shitty. I'd feel real bad.
Nah, he probably wouldn't be a moth. I tried his flame a lot, and he didn't come over.
All right.
She makes one more smile, and then she says, I shall leave you to your rest now, and we will speak again when you are fully rested.
Thank you.
If you need anything, more of our fellow elves will be attending you in the adjacent rooms. You need only summon them.
So about this mentor,
And that she leaves.
kind of mentor are we talking about here? We talking like the sly kind of female druid kind of thing? Are we talking really buff aggro kind of? What kind of mentor did you have? It's the first time I've heard of it.
He protected me when I first came into the Feywild. Or so I've been led to believe. He taught me everything I know.
So he was a druid. That's good to know. He was a full-time druid. Important question: was he the jokey kind of druid that you hear in the taverns with all the like pretty good plants and herbs, or was he more disciplined?
Let's just say I never was allowed to use his spices.
Right. I'll keep that in mind if we meet them, whatever they may be now. I won't touch any of their spice rack.
Who knows? Maybe he's got
Clean?
or more share-minded.
We shall see. This is why I asked. I also won't eat any of his pastries. He was a pastry man, right?
Absolutely. Mostly
Fuck.
berries, though. Blueberry pastries, for some reason.
Okay. I'm glad I asked. Kind of. I'm a little bit more concerned now, actually.
Why are you concerned?
Boy. Well, I've gotten into a fight while drunk off my rocker with, and he pulls out like the last remaining vial that he has of that liquor, and he's like, whatever the hell this is. So I don't want to get into a fight while high off my rocker on whatever a druid can conjure up from the dirt. Or other things.
Oh, we can dig up plenty.
I was just making sure.
Anyway, good berry, someone?
After that conversation, I'll stick to whatever bread they've got. And meat.
All right. So you can enjoy after all this. And once you have all performed your trance, since you are all elves here, right? So you don't really.
Suck it, Brock!
Yeah, Brock is not here, right? So only Levadion is here, and I think as an elf, he actually does. As an elf, he actually does need some rest. So he will actually leave you to your trance there while they give him a proper bed where he can perform his sleep.
Hey, at least he gets to sleep without me, like one eye glaring down at him.
Yeah, the day after, you see that Caris returns together with Levarion. Levarion is wearing some new clothes that have been given to him by the elves here, and some other elves together with Caris also bring fresh clothes for you. Of course, they are color coded for your convenience, so they give some kind of gray brownish clothes to Alexander. They give this black purplish to Tallinn, and they give this green and like yellowish ochre to Yinken. And they are all
just
in
the
the
shirt will do.
yeah, and they are all in the style of the Lord of the Rings. Say they are very elven, with these delicate curves and a bit of a collar and puffy sleeves and stuff like that.
Oh, collars. I am a
Nice.
entrepreneur of a good collar. Goes with the style of the jacket, you see.
And she says, "I hope that these are to your taste. As I told you, I think you should visit the Life Warden Spire. While me and Levarion, we will spend some time together. Um, I am a devout servant of Alice Tree, and he is her champion. So I would like us to share some experiences, so to say." And she lightly brushes her hand against his hand. Levarion looks at her, a bit uncertain on what this really means. But he goes like, "Yeah, I suppose you can handle this without, right?"
Alexander takes his hat off. I was like, my condolences. And puts it back on.
And so some other elves then will accompany you to the Life Warden Spire. you see that there is, apart from like entering inside the trunk of the tree, and inside the trunk of the tree there are some stairs going up. Some other places there are more lifts, like the one that brought you from the ground to the first platform. It actually takes some time before you can reach the Life Warden Spire itself. You do pass by this wonderful view of the academy here in the middle, protected by this arcane shield. The elves accompanying you, they explain to you that magic is, of course, and the practice of arcane magic is, of course, something that is very important for Corellon, who is actually also the god of magic for the elves. And every elf has some sort of magical powers in a way. They do believe that elves are some of the most magical creatures in existence. But eventually,
I
you do
agree.
reach. Oh, let's see. Eventually, you do reach Life Warden Spire, where indeed it seems like more than dwelling houses. There is more like open squares where people are sharing their beliefs. They are philosophizing. There are several speakers here and there. And then there is the spire itself, where they will accompany you. Um, Inside there is this open area. It's like every floor of the spire is like one big room with some sort of magical lifts on the sides that will bring you then to the next spire. And the one person coming to greet you are at Lifeward Spire is another female elf. This one is a high, so you see that her skin is white as marble, and her hair are of a platinum milky color. And when she comes to you, she introduces herself as Liathana, and she says, "I am a priestess of Sehanin, the goddess of dreams." And as she says this, uh, somehow there is this scene almost like Galadriel looking at Frodo when Liathana looks at you, and Yinka, you can immediately feel some sort of connection with this Liathana. And clearly you notice that she felt the same with you. And she looks at you and she was like, "I believe somehow, even though I do not recognize you, I do know you."
Oh,
I have the same feeling.
Even though you do not know my goddess, or you do not pray to her, I feel that you know much about dreams. You.
Well, I have been known to walk the fine line between dreams.
I see. This is your gift, indeed. And I believe it will serve you well. But come with me, all of you. And she guides you to one of these lifts, and she brings you to a different floor, where indeed there is again this open area. You are actually much higher now, tree. Even though around you there are other trees as tall or even slightly taller than the ones that make up this city. And then you see the rays of this powerful sun, even though it is warm but not too warm. And here and there you can feel this gentle breeze actually making the place fresh and comfortable for all of you. Um, Darling, the sunlight still bothers you, but is not as bad as the sunlight that you have experienced in other worlds. Somehow It provides, of course, illumination, and it is the sun. But when you look up, you can't really see the shiny globe of any star, so to say. It looks more like a natural illumination of the clear sky above this magical forest.
Hmm.
And there are several pillows. Viatana tells you to invites you to sit and get comfortable. And
I sit down.
and once again, she looks at all of you, and even their gaze lingers on Yinkan, and she says, "I do not believe that your arrival here is pure happenstance. Tell me, what it is that you seek."
First of all, I seek to find my master again, who should be walking the plains, I think, but not as he used to be. And second, I'm searching for a way to make life have light again for everyone.
She says, "Is it your master that taught you how to travel through dreams?"
That he did.
Hmm. Then maybe that is where you will find him. See,
God, why haven't
dreams.
I thought of this?
I don't know.
She says, um, clearly you are plane walkers. You have been traveling far and wide among the plains. Um, and in the same way as beliefs have shaped the outer planes, they have also shaped some other, how shall I call them, dimensions. One of these is, of course, dimension of dreams. I do not dare to call it a physical place, but it is a place where one can travel. And
Hmm.
you, Yinkan, I believe you have the right, not only training, but talent to perform such a travel. Now, I do not know if your master wants to be found or if it is time for you to found it. But I do believe that this ability can be useful to you if used properly.
Perhaps so.
Then she looks at Tarlin and she says, "Somehow I see you, but there is another one occupying your shadow. What is this?"
Hmm. My shadow, you say?
Yes, you are one, yet it is as if someone else's soul has taken residence in you.
Hmm. I wonder which soul that would be. I've borrowed a few.
Clearly, you are all, how shall I say, experienced, and you're not just what you appear. Tell me, once again, what really brought you here?
Well,
She looks also at Alexander.
Alex,
Something. There is something you are not telling me. And I do not know if it is because you do not trust me, or is it because you do not think you can find help among the elves of Arvandor.
I'm pretty sure I know who the entity in my shadow is. And in my shadow, it's actually a pretty good place for him. Yeah, in my shadow.
So, how long have you been here?
I have been here a long time, Alexander. My goddess shed a tear, and then I was born.
It's a pretty fancy way of coming in here, I guess.
It is.
That derails my
He has
next question.
shared many secrets with me.
Ah, so you're really devout, I see.
Yes, I am. Similar to Yinkan, I understand that the world of dreams, it isn't an illusion. For many, it is more real than the world you walk into.
But
For
what
Seanin is the goddess of dreams.
what makes you so devout to that path, though? Dreams seem to an outsider at least, pardon my French, or whatever that language variation of French would be in this world.
Elvish.
Pardon my Elvish, but to most people it's a pretty fickle thing. It comes, it goes, you forget about it or you don't.
It is because our mind is much too focused on the material world. But I should tell you this. This is, of course, true for most of the short lived creatures that inhabit your worlds. But it is also true for us elves, who are, yes, long lived, but still not immortal. You shall spend the biggest part of your existence in the spiritual world than you will in the material world, Alexander. Now tell me, which one is more real?
Hey, that ain't for me to tell. I'm just a normal guy who goes about his day with a bow.
I
But
do not think that you are a normal guy that goes around this day with his bow. I think that bow has fought many creatures that no one that considers himself normal will never fight. And I believe that all of you are going against something much bigger than what a normal man would aspire to.
now that brings me to my third question. What's your opinions on death? The great end, or whatever fancy name you wish to give it. The long sleep I've heard some people refer to it as.
She looks outside of the platform on which you are standing now, and she moves her arm. She says, Alexander, apart from the three of you and Levarion, who is now enjoying the company of Caris, we are all dead here. We are the souls of those that passed. We are servants of the Seldarin now. We have, many of us, most of us, have forgotten their previous existence. We are here, and I shall say that we live here to serve the Seldari. So that, to me, is just a door.
Let me rephrase that a little bit. Not so much dying part, but more so the force of it. The thing that kind of claims you and takes you away from where you might be meant to go.
That would be anathema to take you away from where you are meant to go.
Fair enough.
There are a few, how shall I call them? Usurper gods that steal souls for their nefarious aims. Clearly the Seldarin oppose them.
Yeah, rightfully so.
I'm gonna insight that. Mostly because Alexander is a skeptical boy.
Sure. Wow.
25.
So what? If
One more time, you cut out for me.
what are you trying to understand? If she lied to you or what?
I'm trying to discern if she really believes that those gods are usurpers, or if she may have maybe withholding information on that aspect.
Okay, so she seems to be completely devout to the Seldarin, and so she believes that the rightful place of elven souls is here in Arvandor.
Okay.
All right.
Where all of you must end up, according to her.
Yeah, but you mentioned once you come here, it's eternal servitude to the Seldarine, right?
Well, the servitude that we enjoy to the Seldarin, it isn't a relationship between a master and a slave. It is more of a to eternally be students in awe of the knowledge of their teachers. And I shall tell you this: there is the most fundamental teaching of the Selarin is freedom.
Hmm. Yeah, I can see why Levarian likes it here.
Hey, maybe Tarlin, this could be the university you start prescribing to instead of whatever weird, spooky shit you go along with.
Tentacle University.
Like, hey, they might have your interest here.
Hmm.
Your questions, they seem to me that they are going around and turning circles on something that is important to you.
Oh, well, more important to them. I guess you could say important to me.
Would
Well,
that be related to whatever is inhabiting your soul, Talin?
they're the ones who want to take out that usurper god.
Which god are you talking about?
Uh,
Oh.
the fun name for him is the Jailer, but the true name for him, I guess you could give him, is Shadow Throne. Whichever one you prefer.
You see that when you say the word Shadow Throne, that gentle breeze that was blowing through the room becomes much stronger for like a second, and then you see actual snow dropping inside the room, like almost coming out of nowhere. You see that Liathana catches a snowflake in her hand, which immediately melts, and she says, "The Winter Queen is not happy about this."
Well, I mean, not very many
And
people are.
the Winter Queen, is she the one with your dreams?
No. The Winter Queen once had a different name. She was part of the family once. A Seldarine herself. But then her role as the guardian of the dead made her, how shall I say, separate herself from her elven roots. Then again,
Hmm.
she did. Her servants are still elves. Have you ever heard of the Shadarkai?
Yeah, we've met some.
Well, they are of elven blood, and they
Wasn't
served the previous incarnation of the Winter Queen when she was still called the Raven Queen.
Hmm.
Do you know what happened to her?
Uh, Well, she lost. I mean,
Yes.
I mean, that's the
She lost
most.
what?
You seem to know much about this talent.
well, yeah, I used to travel with someone devoted to the Raven Queen for a long time.
Rest in peace for that guy.
I doubt there's much peace where he went.
And that's probably fair. That's why we're the jailbreakers, right? God damn it.
Well, I don't know how jailbreaking works with the vows you took.
Well, I mean, if we beat him up enough, maybe he'll just, give us the keys? Look, it's a long road. We still have to figure that part out. Sadly.
She says, I feel like what is happening here today, it's something that will not repeat itself in a long time. You seem to have a connection, she looks at Talin, a connection with Shadow Throne. And here we have with us a Dreamwalker, and she looks at Incan, and an Horizon Walker. She looks at Alexander. And all
I
of
prefer
you,
the term traveler myself.
have traveled the plane.
Yes.
Somehow, the gathering of all three of you, the elven blood that flows into your veins, and the fact that you have attracted the attention of both Shadow Throne and the Winter Queen, I do not think that this is just coincidence.
I mean, we've been told a lot that fate is a thing and all this whatnot, so I mean, at this point, it's another step on the road.
Maybe this could be the right opportunity for all of you, maybe for all of us, to learn more. If this is what you seek, of course.
I mean, we were coming here for weapons mostly, or the hope of weapons.
I'm sure that both Caris and Alice 3 have already explained to you that knowledge can be a powerful weapon.
The most
Yeah.
powerful weapon.
Look, I never said knowledge wasn't a weapon. I'm just saying, might need something a little bit more material. You said dreams are a little bit uh, real in a way.
What is real, Alexander?
Well,
Something that
to
you can
me,
experience, something that you can touch and feel and
that's
taste.
the parts I attribute to real. Personally, I
Well,
don't have the experience of you.
then I can assure you that what you experience in dreams, what you taste in dreams, is as real as what you experience and taste in the mortal
So,
realms.
You seem to know a lot about the nature of dreams.
I do serve Cyanin.
Yeah.
does this mean you can forge weapons out of dreams?
Not exactly that, but she looks at Yinkan once again, and she goes next to Yinkan. She offers
Dreams
her.
can be powerful.
Yes. And I think, Yinkan, how confident are you in your ability to travel through dreams?
It has been a while, but I would love to give it a shot.
She offers her both her hands, take yours in hers. She says, this is not a simple dream I want you to walk into. This is the dream of the Winter Queen herself.
Oh. As long as it's not another dream with a bunch of obsidian towers, I think you should be fine.
That you might see what she saw, and so learn of your opponent.
Okay, you might be walking to a bunch of obsidian towers. It's gonna be a little bit freaky, but it's okay. I came out alive too.
She, while her eyes are still on you, smiles and says, Incan is not going alone, of course.
Oh, god damn it. God damn, whatever variation thereof. Damn it. I was really hoping this was gonna be a you thing for once. Fuck.
Do you dare to walk the dream of a god?
I mean, we're already walking with this crazy bastard.
see
And
her
Alexander points to Tarlin.
To see her defeated by Shadow Throne, that sounds like an interesting dream.
Fuck.
What do you think, Incan?
I think it's best if we do enter the dream, we go in as observers, not actors.
That will depend completely from you.
Right, so how does this dream thing work? Is this kind of like one of those situations where you think it happens, or are we like completely like locked down for the ride?
If you are willing to perform this journey, I shall bring you to the Dream Gate. And then, if Yinkan powers are strong enough, you will be able to join the dreams of the Winter.
Alright, it sounds like part B. Yeah. Yinkin? Buddy? I believe in you.
Do you require some time for yourselves?
Oh no, I'm along for the ride.
I'll tag along. It sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
Alexander pops like a little treat in his mouth. Like, yep. Do this. Whenever you're ready, Yinkin. Buddy? Pal?
Very well. Then she will point to some sort of mosaic circle with the symbol of Sehanin, which I think it's a moon, as usual. Sehanin Mumbo. Yeah, it's kind of like a moon with an arch behind. Yeah. It's a full moon, in opposition to the half moon of Corella. And then she will hold some sort of medallion that she has at her neck, and the circle of the moon will start to shine as if a portal is about to open there. And she says, "This will bring us to the Dream Gate. Please, step into it."
Okay. Here we go.
Right. And as you step through the portal, you find yourselves somewhere else. Now, this feels to you a lot more like what you remember of the Feywild, Yinkan. And it is evening, even though it was day just a few minutes back.
Kingdom Hearts 4 looks beautiful.
And you're coming out of this door here, down.
Mm-hmm.
And in front of you, there is this shiny door made of leaves and flowers, it seems. And there is the three of you. You had a long rest, so if you want, you can manage your HP.
So far, so good.
Here, I'll put her. And Liatana shows you the door, and in the best Morpheus tradition, she says, "I can only show you the door. It is you that must open it."
Okay.
Well, after you, my good companion. You're the one with the dream powers. You go turn the knob. Or whatever that door uses as an opening mechanism.
I go stand in front of the door and I touch it.
All right. So when you touch it, you see your hand go straight through it, but like as if it's just light, and you can still see your hand on the other side, like it's almost not there. And Liathana looks at you, and she says, "This is not a physical connection, Yink. The door, it's halfway in the dream world."
I. How do I open it? I will the door to be tangible.
All right. So you just intensely wish that this door
Yes, exactly.
real. Okay, very well. I would like you to make me a persuasion test.
Oh, well, good luck, my man.
All right. Natural 20.
I persuaded the door.
Well, what you do see is that the door is starting to. The light around the door that makes the door, it starts to become much more intense. And Liatana already looks at you with a smile on her face, like, this person is a natural. And and then in a whisper, you hear her say, tell her where you want to go."
I want to go to the dream of the Winter Queen.
So, do you think something specific? Do you just say these words, or what are you thinking while you are saying?
I am thinking that. I'm thinking about the Winter Queen and her downfall.
What do you see in your mind's eye? You see that you hear the voice of Liathana. What is the Winter Queen, Yinkan?
The Winter.
Don't just think about her. Be her.
The Winter Queen. She's not opening up here.
You see that she also looks at Alexander. You are Yinkan Trowlin's companions. Lend your assistance.
I don't know what you want me to do here. Yinkin, buddy. I don't know what's going on there with the door.
Yes, the Winter Queen, the Raven Queen. She's death, fate, and winter.
Okay,
Are
when
you-
you say these words, you almost have the feeling that this light all around you, it's actually like these drops of light, they're becoming snowflakes. And they are slowly starting to fall and cover this trunk of this tree with snow. And you also, Alexander and Tali, are seeing these. You're seeing the snow slowly covering the tree. And you see Liatana saying, yes, continue.
She's all those things, and she's a god, immensely powerful. She got
She
beaten by Shadow Throne, a dark elf.
When you say Shadow Throne, there is this like huge wind growing up, almost like making your head fly away, and then you
hey,
can snow. Do not anger her. She sleeps. You want to soothe her, to enter her dreams.
Hmm.
all
What is
right.
she?
We've seen her symbol, I guess, with our monk buddy, the raven
Sure.
head.
Yeah, of course.
Mhm.
So
Lady of
I
Fates.
try to visualize that image again.
When you visualize that image, you start to see ravens flying all about in between the snowflakes, though they don't seem to be affected by it. And some ravens are actually kind of like landing on the door that seems to be tangible for them, and they caw in your direction. Then Incan, you yeah, sorry, Alexander.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, Incan said something, but then the crows came in.
I didn't say anything.
I didn't say it. Okay, sorry.
She's a leader of a proud race of elves, the Shatter Kai, who swear their fealty to her with no problem, no fears, no doubts.
You see that Liathana image. It's like disappearing, and the tree is disappearing, and it's just like a snow field with the crows. And in the distance, you see this Shadar-kai elves building up some sort of mausoleum-like uh, building, raising the symbol of the Raven Queen and covering up some totems with raven feathers. And then you hear only the whisper of the voice of Liathana in the wind saying, Why? Why should she trust you?
Why?
We seek to return what was taken.
And then you see the doors opening up. And more than walking into the doors, you're kind of like sucked inside this emptiness that is beyond the doors. They just have opened like a fracture in reality somehow. And it sucks you inside in what it's in the beginning seems to be complete darkness. Then in the darkness, you start to see images. You start to see creatures fighting against undead. You start to see a ship somewhere in some kind of hellish landscape. It's like you are traveling at super speed through millions of different images until you all this traveling through episodes of something that you have never experienced before stops in a specific place, and you start to see uh, yourselves differently. um Yinkan, roll me a d3. Yinkan? Oh, yeah, there. 1. Okay, very well. Okay, that's quite fitting. Okay, do you have control of this here right now?
Yes.
You do? Okay, very well. Alexander, roll me a d2.
Yahtzee.
Okay,
Welcome to
that's
the
it.
one train.
That's interesting. Do you have control of this token here?
I do.
Okay. And you don't have to roll anything, Talin. Choice that. Bendar. Okay, so what happens is when the image is up, you find yourself in this throne room, mausoleum-like throne. But when you look down at your arms, your hands, your feet, you realize you are not you. Yinkan, you see that your skin is actually covered in fur. You feel in your mouth like long canines. You feel your limbs agile in a sort of animal way. You realize you are a shifter woman right now. You know what a shifter is?
Kind
The
of, yes.
Eberron race, sounds like
Yeah.
a beast person. Yeah. Um, Alexander, you are in the body of a bulky, muscular man covered in adamantine armor with a big shield and a sword made of some kind of milky white metal in your hand. And next to you, there is a powerful minotaur with a huge hammer in his hand. And Talling, that's what you are now. You see that you have hooves. You feel this weight on your head. Your shoulders are wide, and you feel this strength that you have never felt before in your life. Well, this physical strength that you never felt before in your life. And you are a minotaur. You are a minotaur with a very red fur.
I guess it behooves you to get smashing.
And in between all of you, you see this person here. His skin is in places dropped away from his face. In some places, you can even see the bones still out. But it's clear that once he was a dark elf, a drow. He's wielding 2 daggers, and
My man.
and he's covered, yeah, in dark armor. While you have this moment, of sudden, how can I say, a bit of confusion in a way, for being catapulted inside the body of someone else, you look around and you see that the room is clearly not empty. Here on this raised balcony-like platforms, there is several undead creatures. Some of them are cannibal ghouls, and others are like large shadow wraiths. In fact, in front of you, there is this throne, which would normally be big enough, which is certainly not big enough for the gigantic creature that is in front of it. You see this demon-like humanoid with goat legs, goat head, huge bat wings, and the skin is red, and it exudes great power, great demonic power. He is standing next to a woman who is lying on the ground, and he has some sort of crystal shard in his hand, with which he has just pierced her heart, and you see that some kind of radiant power is going from the wound in the heart of of the woman through the crystal in the demon-like creature. And you hear a telepathic scream inside your brains, which is clearly coming from the demon, that says, "You are too late, heroes. Orcus wins today." As you see the undead creatures moving forward to stop you from saving that woman that has been like drained of all her energy. Now, I would like all of you to make me a history check.
13.
With do I have a separate character sheet for this Minotaur?
No, you
or-
are you.
Ah, okay. History. Damn, that's low.
Okay, very well. Yeah. You you remember something. In this moment, it's a bit confusing because it's like your memories are getting fused with the memories of someone else. But for sure, especially when Yin can look at the Minotaur, and also you, Alexander, and you, Talin, are the Minotaur. You have heard of a Crimson Bull before. And you have heard about him when that Minotaur guy that was he called himself just the Prophet, if I remember correctly.
That was him.
That was him,
Our good
right?
old furry buddy.
Yeah,
the
but
Prophet.
the thing is, it's not him. But he did mention something about a Punisher of the gods, and he called him in other occasion like the Crimson Bull of Vengeance. Um, and while you're we can go home. Wait, what's the mystery then? Which mystery then? So once again, it's not the Prophet, but the Prophet did mention a Crimson Bull of Vengeance. And then your memories are kind of like mixing together with the memories of these creatures. Yinkan, you have memories of, actually, it's one of the realities that is very similar to your own experience. You have this memory of being this creature that is really in contact with nature, that can summon the spirits and heal her companions. In some way, it's a similar story as the one that you have experienced yourself. While Talin and Alexander have actually a very disjointed set of memories that is not really in line with what they are. Alexander, you have this feeling of you have always been this powerful warrior, an expert martial artist, in a way that the way you fight with your sword is not just simple smacking people with the pointy part, but it's some kind of refined art of using your sword, specifically a style that you call the White Raven style. And you, Tarling, have this completely alien experience of power, of how to smash people with your gigantic hammer, and swim in their blood when the opportunity arrives. Anyhow, as all this past plays in front of you, you see that also the present kind of fast forward in a moment where the three of you are actually fighting this demon creature, and eventually smiting it down. And then it fast forward once again, and you see that that undead creature has that shard of crystal that Orcus had in his hands, and instead of like throwing it away and finally saving that woman that is being drained on the ground, you see him like smash it into her chest and taking that power for himself, to the horrified gazes of the other three so-called heroes that look at him as he kind of like puffs out of existence with that crystal, and as the woman, her white hair and her black hair and her black clothes turn from black to an intense white and frozen, the ground starts to freeze all around her, and she actually changes aspect.
Mm-hmm.
Who'd have
And
guessed
then
the undead guy was a spooky fuck?
So, just to understand, he smashed the crystal in her chest or in his
Yes.
own chest?
in her chest, and through that he sucked her power thanks to this crystal.
That looks like a useful item.
That certainly does. And then this whole thing, you start to see the frozen stuff all around that woman starts to cover everything around you. Also, the undead that become like statues of ice, except for you. And then you see that from her image itself also becomes a statue of ice that explodes. And then you start to hear a voice inside all your heads. You have seen what he stole from me.
Yes, I
Have you?
He stole your
Divinity.
essence.
I was the goddess of winter, fate, and death. He took that from me. And the others did nothing. Because in that split second that lasts an eternity, when he was reborn, he made a deal with the Spider Queen.
Ah, so he is really a pawn.
She protected him. She protects him still. But he is a thief and an usurper. And even the Spider Queen, she does not protect weakness.
Well, good news for you. We'll get that back when we kill him.
There is no form there, there is voice. But you almost have the feeling of someone somewhere grinning in a way. Do that for me, and I will not forget your kindness.
Good memory.
Then you see that the snow, it's kind of melting away, as if all this, it's slowly disappearing. So unless you have something to say, quick.
Mind you, Miss Winder Queen, where can we get one of those crystals to stab him with?
That is a shard of pure evil. There only was one. And that
Is
means
this-
only one thing, that to art a god, you need legendary weapons. Seek them, or you shall have no chance against him.
Right.
And then the snow is almost completely melted away. You start to see once again the dream gate and that scene where you started all this. Does any one of you wants to say still something before you disappear?
Do you have a weapon we could search out?
Find him, find his ward, and his companions will help you. And then you find yourselves once again in front of the dream gate. But when you reappear in front of the dream gate, you see the Athana is still there waiting for you. And she says, you did it. You have pierced the dream of a goddess. That is something I have never seen done.
Question, Leothana.
So you sent us here even though you expected we would fail.
I expected something would happen. And as she says these words, you see that something is appearing almost like out of nowhere around the dream gate.
Oh boy.
And she looks around and she says, no, the nightmare has found you. The nightmare has found us. And you see these weird creatures. They do look like nightmares. They look like these bulbous torsos covered in eyes. From the torso, some kind of small arms are coming out, but on the sides there are these big pincer-like appendages. And these creatures, they seem to be speaking directly in your brains. Well, more than speaking, like sending images of nightmares and terrible tortures still to come for you. With a whispered undertone of "You do not mess with dreams," but you did, and
Thanks.
Thanks
And
for pointing
so-
that out.
and so these things they kind of come at you. Maybe I can show you like a bigger picture. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, I can actually put it on Discord. I don't know why it's not letting me.
Is it the same picture as a token?
Yeah, but I just wanted to show you the claw because they're
Ah.
cool. All right, so these things are coming out for our viewers. Yeah, for our viewers out there, you can Google something called Tsukora Quarry, gently offered by our friends. Okay, that said, the Tsukora Quarry will come forward and try to rip your dreams out of you. We miss no one. Okay, very well. Descending. Okay, Talin. What will we do?
Well, those creatures just showed up here to ruin our day, so... um... when can I walk up to next to Alexander, or is this too high?
No, you can. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure how high it was, so I figured I'd ask. Yeah, let's move here, and let's aim for this one, the one by Yinkin.
All right.
Uh, Hex. So on his strength.
Yes.
And then I start shooting. Does that hit?
A 19 is actually a hit. Yeah.
Okay, glad.
And that's necrotic, right?
Yeah. 14.
14, it's a miss.
And a 26.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
So we have 12 and 11. That's
23.
23. Yes. Okay, that's the one next to Incan, right?
Yes.
All right. Okay, then we have the quarry. The first thing that the quarry will try to do is within 5 feet. Okay, so one of them gets near to Yinka. Another one gets near to Tomlin. This one gets near to Alexander. And I will lie, and you see them, all of them, trying to gaze at you with their multiple eyes. And in a way, you feel like they're trying to intrude in your most personal thoughts. And I would like each of you to make me a charisma saving throw 14.
Wait. Intruding in our thoughts.
It's not psychic damage, no.
Yeah, but the first part, your thoughts can't be read by telepathy or other means unless I allow it.
Okay, it's actually he's trying to possess like a ghost.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. So, charisma.
Charisma save, yes. Okay, very well. So both Incan and Tavlin, they manage to resist this intrusion. But you see that Alexander's eyes become a different color, shining with the same evil blue and yellow of this Sukura quarry, and he is possessed by them, by it. Very well. That is his possession ability. Okay, then we have the other two guys here. And yes, one of they will start to go on. What happened here? Why is she become a leech? Okay, they start to go to Leathan, and they try to attack her. Okay, you see that Leathana is suffering some heavy blows from these creatures. And I don't know why Roll20 doesn't summon a character sheet from here. Okay. We will do it old style. Okay. So she's been hit sometimes, but she's still. So maybe we want to roll an initiative for her. Yeah, not bad. All right. So That was Talin first, and then me, and now it's Ink. Yes.
Okay. I will teleport through the hidden pathways to there,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will firestorm all four of them left.
All right. All of them, apart from Alexander.
Yes. So it's 10 10-foot cubes.
Yeah, you can definitely take them. Okay, very well. So they have to make a dexterity. They do not have advantage on dexterity saves, so they will fail. So they all suffer 31 points of fire damage, which they are
Mhm.
not resistant. Minus 31. Minus 31. Minus 31. And minus 31. Okay, so
And
you
of course, I will save the tree from whatever damage it
obviously,
would.
obviously, you feel their fizzle as this is happening. I'm going to try to rapidly import a sheet for her. It works.
And I will actually run to here also.
All right, great. Okay, it's Liatana's. You see that her form kind of changed, and you see some angelic wings spreading behind her, and a mace made of pure light in her hand as she tries and smite these things in front of her. Of course, it's everything in whisper. Okay, she smacks one in front of her twice with her hammer of light, and you see that one of the Tsukoraku disappears from you. Okay, Alexander, you are possessed. What happens when you are possessed? Controls your body, though you are not deprived of your awareness. The possession lasts until you drop to 0. He ends it, is forced out by some kind of spell. While the possession, okay, very well. So you are mine. I would say you can start to shoot Tarlin with your gamble of shot. Just two simple arrows to the face. I can't hear you though. I think you're muted.
I was muted.
Oh, yeah.
I was saying I don't mind playing the bad guy. If you wish.
Duh. Duh.
You don't. You don't. If you wish, I can do this pretty much about as Alexander might actually do this.
Go for it.
Alexander now kind of possessed. He's probably kind of like with his memories being rifled through. He's probably not seeing things quite as properly.
Uh-huh.
Like he's aware there's trouble about, but he kind of starts to see people as enemies from his past.
Yes.
And so he draws the arrow from his holster. He will mark Tarlin as a Horizon Warrior mark. And then he will begin to unleash arrows. I'm going to shoot once at Tarlin.
Yep.
Once at the angel lady in the bottom, Leothana.
Yep.
And then one at Yinkin.
Go for it.
Teleport 10 feet away upon attack. Gamble.
No,
Does a 17 hit Tarlin?
Yeah. Pretty much anything hits.
Fair enough. You take 20 force damage, an extra D8 of force damage, Would that thing count as my ally next to him?
No sneak attack though. No, yes, yeah, absolutely, yeah, easy.
So a total of 30 force damage.
Okay.
Alexander would actually expend a use of kill streak on that as well.
Go for it, man. Just go. Do your thing. Enjoy.
Then
Enjoy that. Kill your
Alexander's-
friends and then you DM it.
Yeah, hate me later, guys. You take an extra D8 of force damage because the psychic damage will be turned to force because of Horizon Warrior Mark, and give me a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. You pass, so you're not scared, but you take an extra 2 damage.
That's psychic damage.
It turns to force because of Horizon Warrior Mark.
Ah, okay. Sorry.
It turns all damage to force.
Okay, great.
This will be the attack on Leothan.
Yep. 23, it's a hit.
She gets that.
19.
Teleport 10 more feet. And this is Incan. An 8. I now, after that, only have 1 charge left in the bow. But as this kind of starts to happen, you can hear Alexander kind of mutter, like, "Nah, not the house again. Told you bastards to stay away." That's all I got.
Okay, so Incan, you hit for 27. Right?
Yinkin I hit for no damage. I hit Leothana for 19.
Ah, okay, sorry, it was late. Incan, you missed.
Yeah.
Okay, very well. Ah, yeah, there was the 8. Okay, very well. Okay, great. So, Talvin.
Yeah. Well, I'll keep shooting the same guy since I started that anyway.
Mhm. You are in melee, so you will have the advantage.
I'm shooting another guy.
I know, but you are in melee with someone, so you have the advantage.
Ah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I was gonna use this one anyway, so might as well use it first then.
Voila. Foom.
And yeah, start blasting this guy.
So, anyways, I started blasting.
Go for it. That's a hit, and that's a kill. That's this guy, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And I'll move a few more squares. Here's a door, 2, 4, 6.
Yeah. Yes, that door right now is closed, and apparently Yathana the key to.
Ah.
Like it's not the portal is closed.
Right.
Okay, it's the quarry. So one of them will keep going on Liathana, and the other one is 40 feet, so he will go to Incan. Okay, the one on Liathana. She's armor class 17. Pincer, claw, and stinger. It's only hit with a pincer for 13 damage. Alright, and then we have Yinkan. Yinkan, we have a pincer. Armor class 18.
Mm-hmm.
That's 13 points of damage, and you are grappled.
Okay.
Then we have a claw. That's a miss. Then we have the stinger. 16.
That's a hit.
So that's 10 points of piercing damage, plus 13 points of psychic damage, and you have to make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened by the core. Well, wisdom is not a problem for you, clearly. All right, Incan, it's you. You're grappled
Yes.
by one of the claws of this creature.
Yes, I am. I will. Hmm. Uh, Can you give me
A tree.
16 fake creatures of challenge rating 1/4, please? As I cast this at 6th level.
A challenge rating 1, you say?
1/4.
1/4. Okay.
16 of them.
Thank you for mentioning this now. Next time, maybe, well, let's say the
I
advance.
wasn't actually planning on using it.
No, okay, but luckily for us, I have a 5th edition tool, so it will tell me. So give me Fey, no aberration, and give me only 1/4, and go here. 1/4, so you can have blink dogs. Why not?
Oh, yes. Yes, please.
Ah, do you like blink dogs? Okay.
Yes.
Blink dog. Next. And import. Okay. We just got blink dogs. Blink dog. And I'll give them to you. Edit. Well, actually, I'll give it to everyone. And save. Okay. And you want 16 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you said, right?
Yes.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All around you?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There you go.
Yay.
Roll initiative for one of them, and I think you shouldn't let me say a thing. Oh no, you can also each of them has their own each 8 points, so that's fine. Okay,
Ah.
great. So you summon
Here.
a million blink dog. They have initiative 9. Oh, it's just before. Okay. Okay, so that was you, I guess.
No, because I will use the hidden path to teleport away from.
All right. Okay, then it's Liatana, surrounded by dogs. She's like, that's a nice trick. And she will smack the quarry with her hammer again. Toom, toom. Let's see what happened. Hit and miss. So she does 33 points of damage. Yes. Okay, Alexander. It's full of
Alex.
dogs.
There are a lot of dogs, all of
I mean,
which
I
are my
think
enemy.
you should shoot. I mean, the dogs are like in front of you, so you can shoot them.
Yes. Alexander, seeing these figments of his imagination effectively starting to cast sorceries, he will actually cast Silence.
Right.
Right here. Right here. Because you try to catch Tarling because he sees Tarling
Hey,
speaking
this is
mumbo
nice.
jumbo
This circle thing. How you do this? Ah, you do it with the.
through the ruler.
But it doesn't make a drawing or.
It does not. But I can hold it there for you.
No, it's fine. I have to. Polygon line, right? What is that? 20 feet?
It is a 20-foot radius.
So 8 by 8. Yeah, we will move it later. I'll just throw it. All right. And where do we put it? Like here,
I'm trying to catch Tarlin in it.
like that.
Yes.
All right. So that's silenced.
Yes.
Was that your action?
Not fully.
Okay.
Alexander will go there. And can he hang off the ledge?
Sure.
He will hang off the ledge and bonus action hide.
All right. Go for it.
With a 19.
Talon, you are in the silence.
Well, I have this thing I took from the draw. I might as well use it for once.
Right.
mm,
How much I love these blink dogs, you have no
This
idea.
guy here next to Ustana.
Liatana, yes.
Yeah, I wasn't zoomed in enough to read the name.
A crossbow, wow, okay.
Nice.
Interesting.
A draw
Yeah.
magical hand crossbow.
Yeah, not bad.
Very
okay.
nice.
Unfortunately, that's a miss.
Yeah. I'll
Um,
move in between the dogs.
right. It's the quarry. So we have one quarry still on Liatana. Pincer, claw, and stinger. The stinger hits.
They're very good with the stinger.
Yeah, so it's but she is resistant to normal attack, so it's 5 plus 16, that's 21. And she has to make a saving throw or be frightened. She's immune to fright. Okay, very well. So that's fine. And the other quarry, yeah, there is a lot of dogs here, and he moves 40, but he actually does not fly. So it does want to reach either Talon or Incan, so he will suffer an opportunity attack from these two dogs, from this dog and this dog. Go for it, Incan. 14, that's a miss. Yeah, I see it. 14 is a miss. And the other one
That's also
a miss. Yes. Okay. I don't know if I can unwhisper it. Let me see. I don't know if it will apply to all character sheets or not. Let's try. Always roll and never whisper. Okay. Alright. So then the quarry will Talon with his pincer, claw, and stinger. I think they sucked this time,
It was
right?
actually a miss, yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
15
it's
AC.
yeah, it's blink dog time. Yay! Yay. Go, guys. Well, okay, what are we going to do? You want to just attack the quarry with no, like there is no tomorrow?
Yes, of course.
Okay, very well. So I think even those that wouldn't reach it, they can teleport anywhere within 40 feet for one round. So let's see where the farther one is. No, okay, this one is way too far. But all the others are fine. No, this is also no. Okay, I'm pretty sure that you can get like this one, this one, this one, and this one where they need to be, and all the others will
They
be
will
really,
just join.
yeah, for next round. They will just like move twice. Swarm of dogs.
Release the puppies!
Really bad. Okay, so I would say that one of them gets 4 attacks. The one next to Liasana gets 4 attacks. And you can go. That's a miss.
Jesus.
That's a miss. That's a hit. And that's a crit.
And
okay,
that's a
so
crit.
yeah, those two, they reach the creature apart. They rip the nightmare apart, basically. And then we have 6 attacks for the one next to.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. Miss, hit, miss, and miss. So it's 6 points of damage. Okay. Yinken.
Mm-hmm.
Talling is surrounded by dogs.
Okay, I will move out of the silent zone.
Very well.
Go to. Yeah, sure, why not? I suddenly start sprouting leaves and bark as I turn into a great tree.
Nice. Do you need a tree, or do you have a tree?
Nah, it's the same as
It's
it's
the
the
same?
same
Okay.
size as I am now, but maybe I have a symbol for it.
Yeah. I mean, do you want the icon of a tree?
Oh, sure, yeah.
Don't you have like the token of those trees, or you don't have them anymore? You should have a tree. Yeah, that.
Yeah, but it's too big. It's well.
It's so big. How big it should be?
Yeah, it's just me, but I grow tree like.
Like this.
Yes.
Go first.
He just looks like a tree now.
Yes.
So 10 temporary hit points, and that is a bonus action. So
Yeah,
I will
actually,
produce.
You appear like a dryad. Let's see. You're still humanoid.
Yeah, actually a
your
dryad.
Skin,
Yes.
your skin is barky, leaves sprout and stuff. Right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll make you a special token just. Okay. So for the moment you are 3, and that was a bonus action, so you can still do something.
Yes. So I will produce flame. The crappiest roll ever.
Well, still though. Oh yeah, because it's 3D. Okay.
Damage roll.
Yeah. All right. So you're a fire shooter. I mean, that's the thing, I guess. And but you're still wait, then Tomlin. She can actually fly, so she will come until here and try and smack this guy. With her mace. Took. Okay, the Atana does not fuck. And she might away from existence. No, let me see a thing. Yes. You see, as the last quarry appeared from view, well, actually not the last, because the side of yeah.
You thought I was the last quarry, but it was me, Alexander.
Coming from the door, you see another weird creature.
Oh boy.
This one looking, well, you can't see much.
Looks like a bug.
Ah, it's one of these things.
Clearly of the same of that thing, but looks more like a snake-like creature with claws, completely surrounded by eyes.
Yay.
Yay.
Worrisome.
I can put this on roll 20. There. That thing. And it whispers inside your collective brains, saying something to the effect of, shall be mine. And he will join the fray. Yep. Okay, though Litiana is acted, so it's Alexander.
Alexander will peek up from his perch that he's stealthily hidden
Uh-huh.
behind, seeing he has a new ally.
It seems so, yes. Yeah, you clearly the quarry spirit inside of you.
Yeah, it's an ally. I got backup. Alexander pops back up. He will cast Lightning Arrow, because there is a... Actually, wait,
bunch
Lightning
of
Arrow
dogs.
does... Let me double check. Lightning does lightning damage, not thunder. Good distinction to make. I'll cast Lightning Arrow, and I'm going to hit... where would it hit the most? Because that's where Alexander would hit. Alexander will hit this puppo.
Go for it.
The one that was to the north of where that quarry was.
Sure.
To make sure, so... Alright. Gambly, gambly. Boop. A 9.
A 9, that's a miss.
Everything within 10 feet still has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. So for Tarling, you can make a saving throw. I will make one save for all the dogs.
Tarlin fails, you take 7 lightning damage.
And the dogs succeed.
Yes, so they take... What is it? None? Half. Half of 7.
So 3.
3.
Within 10 feet?
Within 10 feet.
Damn you.
I will then follow that up with the 2 more attacks. One dog, and I'll hit Lithana, because she seems like the thing that these Kawari would hate the most currently.
Probably, yeah.
So this is random doggo.
That's... What is he doing? What are you
Oh,
doing?
I misclicked. I clicked in Snaring Strike instead of regular.
9, it's a miss.
It's a miss, and Leothana.
That's also a miss.
It's also a miss. And I forgot to do the teleports, but I would have teleported closer to that thing. Because it's a friend! It's here to help me!
Oh, it is. And Liatana also had to save. Which she failed, so it's 6 down. Alright, that was Alexander. The Kalarak Quarry. Okay, the quarry will start with reach 5, probably not. Arcane Blast, reach 120. Yeah, probably yes. Okay, first of all, it will fly a bit nearer. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it will start blasting. So, and it will make you. Wow, 4 arcane blasts. Okay, so you see blasts of force energy directed at you, Yinkan. A miss, a hit, and a hit. For a total of 37 points of damage.
Those are some consistent damage rolls, too.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay, Talon, you're surrounded by dogs, but they're all your friends.
Yes. So that creature that just appeared, how was it moving?
It's hovering in the air.
Hovering.
Yes. It's clearly some sort of unnatural.
Oh, the silence would have disappeared, by the way.
The silence is gone.
Okay.
I didn't notice lightning arrow was concentration, but it is. So.
No problem.
Let me just check the distance. Okay. Screw you, Alexander.
Very fair.
We need to do something about that guy with.
That guy with the very scary bow.
Ooh, bye. Floop.
Happens every time.
That's his favorite way of Okay.
Yeah, well, at least I'm not murdering you in your sleep.
True.
Well, you see, even when this thing ends, I'm still gonna be your enemy.
Yeah, but then at least we can focus on something else. And while that was my action, so I'll use my bonus action to just, none of the other spells I used were concentration, so I'll push my hex onto that new being that arrived.
New thingy. Alright.
Still concentrating on the hex.
Yeah.
So
Okay, great. Then it's Tsukorakuori is side of Alexander, so that's it. And then it's the dogs. Let's go, dogs.
Yeah, let's go blink up everything.
Yoo-hoo-hoo! Okay, I suppose that, the right amount will go around him. Will help you out a bit. Okay. Alright, so 8 of them can attack him. What's the... Okay. Miss, hit, crit, hit. Okay, so we have 4 plus 7. That's 19 points of damage, but it's resistant, so 9. Alright, Yinken.
Okay. Let's see what. Not a lot, actually.
Shall we do?
Yeah, what shall we do?
Go, Yinken.
I'll just try produce flame again.
Alright. You don't have advantage, right?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying that, he's like, he really has a lot of dogs in front of him. So, unless you have some sort of sharpshootery, that's not really hit.
The 20
Okay.
doesn't hit?
Yeah, normally he has 18, but he has, like, heavy cover, plus 5 on his armor, so it's like 23. There's just too many people in front of him. Okay, Liatana, seeing that Tarling guy, and she does not have ranged attacks, she will heal Tarling a bit. Here, Tarling, get this. 21 points of healing.
okay.
Then she will get ready to... she put herself on this side. As soon as one dog leaves her space, she will go. Alexander.
It says that you can only get out by teleporting.
Yeah, if you succeed on
If you
your
succeed,
save.
yeah, correct.
Yeah, so I'll try Charisma saving throw because I have Misty Step and my attacks teleport me.
Go for it.
So that would be
Charisma.
3 check? Yeah, just 1. 5.
Nope.
Is that per attempt? Or is it just one attempt?
Let's see the thingy.
Um,
When you cast a spell, blah 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 blah. A creature if a creature tries to use teleportation, it was a success. It can use it. On a failure, it cannot exit cage and wastes the use of the spell. No, you can every time you try, you have to make a charisma save, but you wasted that time. Did you just use that?
I use Misty Step.
Well, so
So would I also get 2 more for attacks? Because attacks would automatically miss.
but you cannot attack because you don't have
you
attack.
cannot attack anyone outside the cage.
That's correct. Yeah, you cannot just attack the cage and say that it has to be a valid. You can retry Misty Step when it's turn, for example.
Fair enough.
Okay,
Then I'll use my action to cast haste on myself
that's good.
for preparation.
So the quarry, surrounded by these dogs, you hear him whisper inside your brains, "You think these puny creatures can stop me?" And you see that his eyes will swarm all around him and will fill a 30-foot radius sphere centered on him. So 30-foot radius means everyone except but including him. Everybody in that area must make a wisdom saving throw 20. Oh, really? Oh, that magically. Okay, very well. And for the dogs, Alpha, do 2 saves like Alpha.
So am I within those 30 feet?
You are not within those 30 feet.
Okay.
Okay, so those that fail will suffer 45 points of psychic damage. I guess even if they save the dogs, alphabet
They're all-
will be enough to
they're all
kill them. Yeah.
gone.
And if you failed, but nobody failed here, no? Okay, you were also blinded, but okay. So you only get those 20 psychic damage. And you also get. But is resistant to psychic. Okay, so his eyes have swarmed all around him, destroying all the dogs. But Talling, it's you.
Yes. Bonus action, Maddening Hex.
Okay.
Now that the dogs are gone, I can use that without problem.
Go for it.
So he gets my charisma modifier in psychic damage.
Which is 5, I suppose.
Yes.
All right.
Oh wait. Sorry, I had to actually first move closer to use that.
That's okay.
I've done so now. And Eldritch Blast.
15 is a miss. 18 is a hit, and that's a hit.
Okay, so that's 2 hexes then as well.
Okay, he's a bit resistant. Necrotic. So, okay. All right. Talin, that was you. The quad is there. Incan, give it your biggest bomb.
Oh, now that the blink dogs are gone, I will use ice knife.
All right. That's a hit. So that's
What? Oh.
It's an attack roll, right?
Yeah,
No.
it's an attack roll,
Yeah.
but I was confused by the no cold damage. But that's if they.
I have to make a save. Okay.
Yeah, dexterity save.
Dexterity save. Hoop. He succeeded.
That's
so,
yes.
so that's
10 piercing.
piercing damage. All right. I would say this is definitely magical. Okay. That's you.
Yep, and I will
Yep.
walk away a bit.
All right. Liatana will throw herself. Pew. Wow. Pew. She misses miserably both times.
Wow.
Alexander, more
Well,
misty steps.
Yep.
Hey, but wait a second. Because I think the possession says that it retains its alignment, intelligence, wisdom, charisma Otherwise, it uses your statistics. So my charisma is plus. Okay, but you rolled a natural one. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Unless it gives me advantage to those checks.
The core. He does not have magic resistance. Sorry. Though the quarry is there in front of the Atana. Time she's in melee, so he will use his soul binding as he tries to hit her with her claws. Oh Jesus!
Ripley Athana.
Okay, but it's necrotic damage. She's a deva and she's not resistant to necrotic, so she suffers 53 points of necrotic damage. The Athana is actually brink. Luckily for her, her soul is not destroyed yet, but very near to it. Tallinn, you need to do. We need a big bomb. Do you have big bombs?
Um,
I think he uses big bomb on me.
yeah, and I wasn't sure it would work on this creature anyway. It was hovering and shit, so who knows what kind of movement it has. I still have this. Would that do any? When I used Hex, you mentioned it is resistant to necrotic, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that already leaves out all of my high level damage spells. I don't know if it. Yeah, well, Yin can use the summoning spell here, and that worked. So screw that.
It's demons time.
Yeah.
All right.
Ah.
Go for it.
Um.
So the hex is gone, I suppose.
Yeah, that means the hex is gone. Well, it's resistant to necrotic
Yeah.
anyway, so. And those few psychic damages won't make the difference
So,
either.
who's the demon?
Well, my usual. I will
it
go
Balathak?
for
Our good old friend, the Rock.
the. Oh, wait.
I'll give him a
It's
max
still.
point.
Yeah. Okay.
Ah.
He can roll initiative.
What's his name? Does he have like a name like Balathak?
Maybe. All right.
Did that go through?
Yes.
Ah, yeah. There it is.
That was you.
I'll put some more distance between it and me.
Yinken. You eyes knife it
Ice
again.
knife, yes.
That's a hit. It is really 2 hit
Jesus.
points of damage.
Yeah.
But is this really the destructive power of level?
Of what?
Is this the destructive power of level? Like I don't know. Don't we have lightning?
Yeah,
and thunder
I couldn't
Yeah.
choose which level. I was gonna cast it at 5th level actually, but
Okay, if you want, you can still do. You need it.
yeah, but normally it should do it automatically.
Okay, so how much more is that? Like
It's let's see, it's 1d6 for each spell slot above first, so that's an extra 4d6.
go for it.
18.
All right.
Oh no, it's the cold damage only.
The cold
Yeah, it's
damage
only-
on
Cold damage. It's both cold damage.
Yeah.
Not both cold damage.
No, it's only
Yeah,
that's
so
the one
it
with the
needs to
save.
make the dexterity save. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Dex save here. Oh God. So nothing, I guess.
Yeah, only 2 damage.
Jesus. Okay. That's a weird spell. Okay, that's anything with your bonus action?
Cry
Yeah,
an elephant.
actually, I will give myself 7d6 of healing using the Balm of the Summer Court.
Yourself or your
Well,
tank?
Liatana.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. How much?
So
Okay.
35 and 7 temporary hit points.
Okay. She gets a breath of fresh air, and she will try to do. Otherwise, she's fucked. Okay, so crit, not a crit, but still. And a miss. Gee. Okay, the quarry seems to be losing consistency, but is still there. Alexander,
Another one.
let's try.
11.
Nothing. You keep smacking against the cage. Okay, Rock, do your thing.
Yes.
What was the charisma bonus of the quarry, by the way? Didn't I inherit that?
2 more.
2 more.
Save
13.
is
Okay,
18.
Yeah.
fair enough.
Okay. Yeah, Liatana is still fighting there, so
Yes.
just going to attack with talons and beak.
Do they count as magical?
I don't think
It needs
so.
to have an ability called Magic Weapon.
No.
No? Okay. Alright, so you hit and you hit. 11 and 15 damage. Okay, he's not good. He's still up. Alright, the quarry is surrounded. Oh, first of all, let's see if my ice is in charge.
1 second.
No, it isn't. Okay.
Okay, Vrock is still under my control.
Okay, then he will use his binding. Even on Liathana, odd on the rock. So he turns to the rock and he tries to rip through its soul. He can choose between a demon soul and an angel soul. My good friend Rock. Oh, Jesus, I don't much roll. Okay, so it's 25 points of necrotic damage
Yeah.
for the
Okay.
rock.
Yeah, and no resistance to.
He's not resistant, so 25.
25. That's 84.
Talon!
20, 70. Save. Yes. Well, I got my distance now, so just going to
Pew pew him.
shoot it.
That's a hit. And that's a miss.
And that's a hit, I think.
That is a hit, yes. He is not resistant to force, so it's 22 points of damage. Right. Yinken.
Yes. I will try another Produce Flame.
Sure.
It does not hit.
It does not hit, no.
And I will heal Liatana for another 76.
Alright. That's a
So
good heal.
20. That's a bad heal. Plus another 7 temporary hit points.
Okay, she feels much refreshed. She looks back at you like, thank you, my friend. And then she will smack the thing with its hammer. Maybe for the last time, if she hits twice. She misses on the first. And she hits on the second for 29 points of damage. The creature is at the limit. Alexander, your last chance to misty step out of this thing. Go,
Bada
Alex.
bing, bada boom.
Yes! He did it!
Jesus.
Alexander will pop out. No cage can keep me long, fools. And he kind of he turns his eyes towards the one who just summoned the demon.
Yes.
In his past, he hunted things that were being summoned and summoners. So Tarlin would be the center of his ire at this moment.
Alright.
So 2 attacks on Tarlin.
Go for it.
Both of them are gambled.
Of course.
Let me double check, make sure he wouldn't add anything on top of that. He wouldn't.
Just go for it, man.
Fair enough. Boom. Bing.
The second one is also... No, only the second one. Yeah, go for it. 21 damage. I don't know if you are concentrating on the demon.
Yeah. Not that
Yeah.
it really matters if I lose concentration there.
That's fine. And that was
I'm
you?
hasted. I'm hasted.
Ah, yeah,
so I
one
can't
more
s-
shot.
Well, third shot.
That's
18?
a hit.
That's a hit.
15 damage.
All right. It's the rock.
Can you smell what the rock is cooking?
Wait, so one thing. Here.
Yeah, one more constitution save. Okay, I don't...
Oh, yeah. Um,
That's fine. Okay, so 15 is a miss.
Oh man.
10 is a miss.
okay. And then it's charisma save. It's still controlled.
Okay, that's the quarry. Let's see if my charged. It isn't because I see a 6. Yes. Okay, so it will unleash even on the Deva and odd on the demon, even on Liatana. But I think we can survive this because we are being healed. Let's see what happens. Took. It's a miss. And it's a crit. Jeez.
not again.
60 points. Okay, luckily she was heavily healed the round before, so her soul is there. Talin, you can end this.
Yes, I can. I will use 6 charges from my wand of magic missile.
Yay. Go for it. So 8d4 plus 8.
Yeah, but the others will still be moving before that beast, so I will use it on Alexander.
Very
Okay.
fair.
Go for it. 8d4 plus 8. 31 points of damage on Alexander.
He doesn't have the shield, so he has to eat it.
Eat it. Then it's
Just eat it.
Yinkan.
I will.
Maybe you can hand this, Yinkan.
Maybe I will use Moonbeam at.
Aha.
Let's see if I can choose what level.
Go
I
for
can.
it. Level
At
1 million.
5th level.
Go
1
for it.
million.
Oh wow, that's
Okay, he has to make a constitution save,
yes.
which he fails.
22 points of radiant damage.
Then the question is, Yinkan, how do you want to do this?
As a silvery beam of pale light shines down on the, I forgot his name.
Quarry.
He disintegrates
Yes, you see this
as
silver
the
bin.
dust blows away by invisible wind.
Yes, coming out from the full moon that is there, which is the symbol of Sian in Moonbow. As its forms disintegrate into the moonlight, you see also that this spirit that was possessing Alexander leaves its body and kind of gets sucked inside the door. The quarry that you destroyed, whatever it's left of him, becomes part of this moving lights all around the trunk of the tree, and you see that the moving lights, together with some sort of cascade of moonlight that is coming from the moon and from your moonbeam, they kind of become almost like starlight, and this starlight comes and deposits itself on your shoulders, Yinkan. And the more and more the starlight deposits itself, the more it seems to be forming some sort of mantle of dark sky on you with these stars on it. And then you realize that the mantle, it's an actual cloak made of stars that is now on your shoulders. And you see that something should have appeared in your journal now.
I feel pretty, oh so pretty.
And you
Yes.
see a robe of stars now adorning you. You see that Liatana, her wings go back inside her form and becomes this more, let's say, normal elf in a way. And she starts to come to all of you, and she says, "Not on, what about that demon, though?"
Yeah. Once I let me see. Yeah. Once I stop concentrating, it'll be here for 5 more rounds. So.
Okay. Okay. God damn it. Okay, I would say that the influence of Siani basically it's a
Yeah.
demon in heaven. Even just being here, it's terrible for him. So when the influence of Sianin gets present, he gets a hitch from the quarry, and together they go inside the portal to the nightmares because we don't have time to fight 5 rounds of demons. Okay, so Liatana becomes again a high elf with her platinum hair, and she looks at you, Yinkan, and she says, "You are traveled to the dreams of a goddess, and you have received the blessing of another one. I think you are ready for your journey." She turns to the other two. "All of you, elves, all of you are ready. But are you really ready for your journey? And where will your journey bring you? We will only know in the next episode of Tales from the Early Portal, and that become by all of you. And you pass the level. Yay!
Level 3 rogue! Level 3 rogue!
Level 3 rogue. What's your subclass?
Well,
I have
we're
no
done.
idea!
Okay, very well. All right then, we did it. We have defeated the quarry. We have learned Shadow Throne tonight. We're a bit out of our usual time, but we're also a bit late, so everything balanced out eventually. We will be here next week, I guess, again. And I don't know, guys. You have anything else to say?
I'm a terrible bastard.
Yes, you are. Very well. Next time, you can DM.
Your soul will taste extra sweet.
Your soul with this extra sweet.
You can
I'm
try
sure,
to take it.
I'm sure you can try to take something that doesn't exist.
I almost took yours today.
Okay. Guys, then I wish you all, first of all, thank you once again for playing this game. You are awesome. Thanks for those that watched the game. You're also awesome. And that's it. Good night, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
See ya.
Bye everyone.
Oh, ciao.
Ciao.